everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kelly. A very happy January out there to everybody watching. Today for what's in my makeup bag for the month of January, this is another Shop My Stash collab with my friend Kyra here on the YouTube land, A Journey in Beauty. I'll have all of her channel information linked down below. Please go watch her video as well. We are theming this month underdogs. I did pull out 5 things that I have in my collection that I really love that I kind of feel like are some underdogs in like the makeup game. Anyways, if this sounds interesting to you, make sure you have your coffee, grab your makeup, and let's get ready. Okay, before we get started, I do want to chat a little bit about items that were in my December Shop My Stash, what's my makeup bag kind of theme, and that was makeup of Christmas past, all things that were holiday related or thought of from last month. So anyways, so let's talk about those really quick. Okay, the first thing that I want to talk about is this Too Faced Best Year Ever 2018. This was the one with like the planners. There was the blue set and then a pink set. I have both of them, but I pulled this one to use. I actually got quite a bit of usage out of this. They're like, I really loved like these 4 a ton. I loved the warm rich browns. It was just, I got a lot of use out of this. I was really happy to pull it out and just have some fun with some makeup of Christmas past. So I was so excited to pull that out. I'm definitely putting it back like in my palette rotation. Not going anywhere. The next thing I want to talk about is this Smashbox Drawn In Decked Out a Spotlight palette right here. I was so excited to get back into this. I love this when I first bought it. And a little bit after, I think this has been a year or two, like, releases, I'm not sure, but it is really powdery. I think more powdery than I remember, so I don't know if this is going bad. I do know for pressed powder makeup, such as these or eyeshadows, once they start to lose, like, pigment or texture, that they are going off. So I don't know if this is off or if it's just a powdery. Was it? I don't even remember if this was powdery. I kind of feel like it, maybe, but like it's a different powder. I don't know. It's going in a bucket. Yeah, I might declutter this because I only used it a couple times and it kind of upset me. Like I was disappointed and I don't remember being disappointed about that. Next thing I want to talk about is the Dose of Colors liquid lipstick in Stone. I really love this. I'm just going to put it back over here in my thing. I get a lot of use out of this and I love this formula. I won't be getting rid of this like until it's gone. I hope I do get more usage out of this because it is a mini and it was last year's holiday thing. So, you know, the 12-month rule, we're getting there. But I'm putting it back. That is going back in rotation. The next thing I did use was the It Cosmetics Brow Power Universal Eyebrow Pencil and Universal Taupe. Longest name ever. This isn't holiday, but I did do like a holiday like a It Cosmetics Try It kit, and I really did enjoy the pencil in there, so I did buy the full size. And I did use this quite a bit. I am going to try to keep using it just to pan it, just because I did spend money on it, and I don't dislike it, but it is not a favorite. I don't like it as far as the shape of it. It's one of these bigger ones. Or like oval. It's not my thing. I prefer the small pencils, like the micro pencils, and for that reason, I'm gonna keep using this and pan this hopefully January and February. So there's that. Another thing that I did pull out was the Tarte Party Amazonian Clay Blush. I did use this quite a bit. I really still like it. I'm going to put it back in my minis. I still got a lot of good pigment out of it. I didn't find the texture was off or anything. So back in its little cubby it goes. I also pulled out the NYX Sparkle Town lip gloss right here. This is just a fun lip gloss. It's creamy. It's sparkly. I'm going to put it back with my lip glosses. I like it, though I might end up passing this on to one of my daughters because they really like lip glosses and I have a lot of lip gloss. I don't need all of it. The last thing I pulled from holiday was a ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in Couche. I really love this shade and everything, and I did find with using this, because 2019 really did help me settle on like some makeup preferences, and I have found that this one is very tricky to use with my dry eyelids, dry aging eyelids, and I don't find that this is the most flattering on me. I do have to go in very carefully, dry brush, lightly. But I do think moving forward, I won't be getting too many ColourPop Super Shock shadows that are like shimmery. Maybe the mattes. I do have a couple of the mattes, but I'm going to put this back rear of this because it's one of my favorites. Okay, now that I got you zoomed in and I cut myself off from rambling on, hopefully that wasn't too long for recap. But I hope everybody had a very beautiful and blessed full year last year, and I hope this year is just as blessed and just as full and happy. I had a wonderful year. A lot of great things happened last year, and I'm really excited for 2020. The first thing I do want to talk about for an Underdog product is like an all-in-one. This is the Coats Face Moisture Lightly Tinted SPF 35 Hydrate and Protect Mineral Sunscreen. Long-winded, but I love this as a final step in my skincare. I love this as SPF. I love this as a primer. This actually is really, really pore blurring. It does amazing for like underneath my eyes and my wrinkles and crinkles. I wear this on its own and like my face just looks better. But I'm also getting like the sun protection. This is the second tube that I have purchased. I flew through the first one like so insanely fast because I did use it as my sunscreen and we were outside at the beach and it was just slathered on and I just kept putting it on. But I really, really do like this. It is nude in when it comes out, and I will just put it on the back of my hand here so you guys can see and rub it in. But it really does not leave a white cast, and for mineral sunscreen to do that, like that's like insanely amazing because usually it does like a gray cast, and it doesn't always cover well with makeup. This one, I love how hydrating it is as well. I really, really am so happy that I tried this last year. I didn't get sunburned at all year, and I really, really, really love that I'm not putting chemicals on my skin. Love this. I am just going in with my Covergirl Vitalist. I'm trying to kind of get through this now that I don't think it's even on many makeup websites anymore, so I know Covergirl isn't selling it anymore, and I really, really still like it. I know you can't get it, but I still really, really like it. I'm just going to keep powering through this because it is my go-to for foundation. Okay, for concealer, I am pulling one that I do feel is kind of an underdog. This is the Ulta Beauty Full Coverage Liquid Concealer in Waterproof. I really, really love this. I've repurchased this 3 times. This is my fourth? I'm not sure. I know for a fact this is my 3rd tube, or maybe it's my 4th tube. Oh, it's getting fuzzy. I have repurchased this, and then I'll try something else and something else, and I always go back to this. I would say this is my most repurchased concealer, like, across the board ever. And it's not usually talked about. I think Ulta Beauty is a brand, whole, that it is quite overlooked. And I love this concealer. I love the wear time on it. I love the coverage that I get. I really, really like this shade. I have mine in light neutral. The shade that's just like in front of this one, I feel like is too pink on me to use just like if I'm doing a light makeup day, and I'll just like spot conceal basically like my T-zone, and then like my eye area is where I conceal, and then brows, mascara, go kind of thing. This one works best. I really, really like it. It doesn't matter how I apply it, or like with fingers or with my brush or sponge. It wears beautifully, and I really like it. So if you were curious, this is a really, really great option from the Ulta Beauty brand. I'm going to set my face with the CoverGirl Clean, what is this? The Creamy Natural powder. I really, really like this one. It really blurs, and it's nice for my skin. I really, really like the price point on this too. Are you guys excited for the new year? I want to know down in the comments, do you guys do like a New Year's resolutions or anything like that. I almost want to do like a dedicated video of just like New Year's resolutions or things I want to change and whatnot in it this year. I don't know. I don't have too many New Year's resolutions this year. I always feel like I am working towards being a better person. There's always aspects in my life that I feel like I could improve on. This year, it's been like the same ongoing New Year's resolution, and that is to get to a healthier state. I have lots of issues. I have lots of issues that are going on in my body. I don't know what it is. My doctors call me crazy, but like I can't be crazy. So this year I am going to find another doctor, work with somebody new, just so that we can get everything kind of worked out and settled. And that is the biggest one on my list, I think, for the year. That's really my main focus is my health. As always, it's been about 7 years. Again, I'm always trying to improve daily, smile more, laugh more, forgive more, just be a happy, positive person. Those are like everyday goals of mine anyways. I think we can all benefit just from every day being mindful and being happy, spreading more happiness and positivity. It's an all-around good thing to do. And I think when you practice, like truly practice, like the happy, positive, like you can find happy and positive in every situation, even if it's a bad situation or a sad situation or something that would make you angry. There's always some kind of positive. There's a bit of positive in absolutely everything. You just have to be mindful and be able to and open to look for it. That's something I do really daily. So something else that I feel is an underdog is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronze. I've only seen this like mentioned a couple times across YouTube, and I got this last year. I panned it. I absolutely love this bronzer. I think it is so cool. And I personally used to be really, really almost terrified of a luminous bronzer because, I mean, you're taught like the light should go up top, not like on your cheeks, but there's something about this that just like it brings life to my face. And this started a huge trend for me in 2019, and that was a love for luminous bronzers. I used this so much, and I have other bronzers that I got that they're not even close to being panned, and this is, I use this so much, and it is very much so an effortless kind of a bronzer. Another one of those that I can't screw up. Does that make sense? Like, some bronzers, like, you get too heavy-handed in it, and it's just, like, scary. This one was never scary. Although, when I first swatched it, I remember the feeling like, oh my gosh, this is so luminous. What did I just do? We don't want this on, like, our cheeks like this. But it turned out that it is beautiful. It turned out to be one of my favorite, and it changed my entire outlook on makeup. As far as like bronzers. Anyways, I'm not afraid of luminous bronzers anymore because of this. And I think because it is a luminous bronzer, I think it is like underrated. Like I don't think that people really go for the luminous bronzers. They're like, like I was. And so I really, really think this is an underdog, and I'm super excited to put it in my Shop My Stash this month. Something else I don't see talked about on YouTube is the IT Cosmetics Live, Love, Laugh Vitality Face Disc. I've had this for quite some time, and I would love to get through it. I love all of this, even though there is another bronzer in here. I did pull the luminous bronzer because I do feel like that's an underdog. But I did pull this because these other powders are available like solo, and they're even then I still don't hear them talked about too much. So I did pull this as well. So I am going to go in with this blush right here. It is a luminous blush, but it's so beautiful on the skin. I can wear this any time of the year, and I can build it up as well, which I really, really like. But anyways, just quick flush to the cheeks. It's so, so good. And this highlighter, there's a dent in this highlighter because I really, really like it so much. I would consider getting this full size. Actually, I do have it in my Ulta Beauty, like, loves list, favorites list, whichever. I do have it in there, just because, in case I ever get through some highlighters and I wanted this one, I actually would get this one again because I feel like it's subtle, but it's not. Does that make sense? And I think that's why it's almost panned, is because I love this. I love it so, so, so much. I'll show you up close a little bit. Let's see if maybe you can see the large dent that we have in there. I love this face test. This is the powder one. I know they have a cream one as well, but I did get this one. I would consider repurchasing this, other than I don't feel like it's worth my money. I would just get the highlighter because while I love this blush, I probably won't get through it, and I have a lot of blushes, and this bronzer is so big. I actually have used the crap out of it since I've gotten it, and I still am not close to pan on that. So I really, really do love this. And for the longest time too, this was one of my this was my first face palette, was it? I think it was. But this mirror is so big. I used to use this mirror just for my face, like, so much. And I do travel with it because of the mirror. So I love this. I wish it was talked about more because the formula in here, beautiful. Okay, I did go ahead and prime my eyes with the Ulta Beauty Matte Eye Primer in Nude. One of my favorite shades from the brand. They do have other colors, but that is my favorite. Anyways, okay, so let's talk about some eyeshadows, and I will be honest, I kind of feel like Lorac eyeshadows are not talked about enough. I talk about them all the time. They're my favorites. I love buying them. I love trying them. But I do think, like, Lorac eyeshadows, they tend to really stay in the neutral lane. They don't go too far outside of, like, their realm of comfort, and I kind of like that about the brand. They're not super shimmery. Other than their holiday collection, they usually don't have, like, glitter anything. They're like a satin, like a satin shimmer. The very soft shimmer shades. Anyways, I have all of the Pro palettes, and I chose to pull out the Pro 2 right here to use for the month. This is just my personal opinion. I just think that Lorac shadows are an underdog in the like realm of eyeshadow like releases, I guess. I don't know. Everybody, I feel like at this point, has really decluttered all of their Lorac shadows, and I recently in 2019 discovered Lorac eyeshadows, and I've been buying all of them. So everybody's getting rid of them, but Kelly's over here like, buy all of them. But I am going to go for a more diffused look this today, and I'm going to use this buff shade right here, just kind of all over, just because I'm not really even sure. I am so chatty right now, and my mind is going like so super crazy, super fast right now. But I think out of all 4 of the Pro palettes, this is the one I haven't gotten enough use out of, which is why I did choose this one. But I don't know. I really like these. I think I'm going to take a little bit of this light brown right next to it, and kind of in the natural crease a little bit, but a little bit above. I think I want to go for kind of a taupey kind of vibe, because there's a shade in here that is giving me all the vibes I want for right now, at least for the day. I mean, I don't have much going on for the day. A little bit more planning I've got so many ideas and things I want to do with my YouTube channel, and I do want to apologize. I have not been that great about Instagram towards the end of the year. I stopped keeping up with the Instagram. Next, I'm going to take the color right next to it, which is Cool Gray, and a little bit lower in my crease, like my fold of my crease. I'm going to kind of tap this in here just to give us a little bit more depth, but not going like too crazy. a really nice gradient here. Just using that previous brush to kind of fluff those together. Okay, next I'm going to take this chrome shade down here, which is what was kind of inspiring me to do this look. It is the coolest, just like taupey, pewter gray kind of shade. I really, really like this shade, and I don't feel like I need to wet my brush or even use my finger. I love the shade. And as you can see, like what I'm saying, like this is technically one of their shimmer shades, but it's a very subtle, almost satiny kind of finish. I love it. I really, really like that about these shadows. I just used my color switcher right here, and then I'm going to go into Rose right here. I guess that's Rosé, isn't it? Just very lightly, and I'm going to use this to brighten up the first third of the eye a little bit. Blend it together. Just lightly tapping in the pan, and then just kind of like tapping but sweeping on my eye. Does that make sense? Anyways, a little bit of gradient. I do like the same look like every time I do my eyeshadow. I'm sorry. This is what I like. Okay, going back in with this kind of domey shade, I'm going to go back into Cool Gray. Tap that, and then I'm going to start tapping this on the outer portion of my eye a little bit. I don't think I want too drastic of a look, but I do want to just kind of flatten matte outer third here today. Okay, and whatever's left on my brush, I'm just going to take on like the outer half of my eye here. Okay, next I'm going to take a small pencil brush here, and I'm going to go into the shade Snow. Really brighten up that inner corner right there. Oh, that was really, really bright. I really like that. That's really pretty. Okay, that was really, really way more intense than I wanted. So I'm going to go into Buff right here and try to tone that down just a little bit. That's better. Just a little bit. I'm just tapping my brush in the shadow and then tapping over top just to mute it a little bit, but really, really, really like this eye look. I'm going to throw some liner on and mascara, and he will be right back. Okay, really quick, I did go in with the e.l.f. No Budge retractable eyeliner, smudged it a little bit with the angled brush, and also my Collab mascara. Sprayed my face with the MAC Fix Plus. Yeah, my battery cut out, so here we are. I'm just zooming through what I did. And then I also put lip liner in the lip gloss, the Rachel Zoe LaRock, the set in Ginger Blonde. These two guys here, I really, really like this. I'm actually debating about getting it back up because I really, really, like, I love, love, love this set. So, that's a little crazy talk, but anyways, let's do a couple final thoughts and, like, recap of what I feel like is an underdog. I did use the Coats Face Moisture, Lightly Tinted SPF. We're just gonna cut it short, as far as, like, the title. I really, really love this. I think if you're looking for a mineral sunscreen, this would work. If you're looking for, like, something that's really texture friendly, I guess, but would give you like benefits, this is a really, really fantastic primer. I love it. I wish it was talked about more, especially because I mean it's a sunscreen. It's really, really good. Something else I feel like is an underdog is the Ulta Beauty full coverage concealer. I've used so many of these. I really, really love them. I usually pick them up on when they're on the buy two get two free at their kind of sale, and then use the $3.50 coupons. So you can wait for a discount on that. I really like it. I can't describe it. I think it doesn't just dry out my under eyes. A lot of concealers, like, they dry down and like they look really, really awful. This does have a maintenance of like a one tap out and then you're good to go. I don't have any creasing right now. I did powder my eyes today, but I don't have to. So I really, really like the versatility of that. Something else I think is an underdog is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronzer. I think Lumi Bronzers as a whole is kind of an underdog, but this one especially, I think it sneaks through under the radar in the drugstore quite often. So I did include that in my Shop My Stash. And also the IT Cosmetics Vitality Face Disc. I love this thing. I like I said, I would repurchase this, I think, if I wasn't like somebody that like likes to buy as much makeup as I did, but I would buy this, like, if I only wanted, like, an all-in-one, and I would keep buying this, but I do think once this whole thing is panned, I would only repurchase the highlighter, because out of the whole thing, for my own personal preference, is my absolute favorite thing out of here. So really excited to pull that for my Shop My Stash. And also, I feel like Lorac is, like, everybody, when I watch, like, declutters, like, they either don't have these anymore, or they are decluttering because they're like, it's a little neutral and I'm over it. And I'm, like, over here, like, this is the best thing I've ever had at my eyes. So I feel like this is an underdog, or maybe I just wanted another excuse to use a lot of Lorac for the month, which, I mean, it could be, but my personal opinion. And anyways, I do want to say these are just my personal opinions, my own personal thoughts, and what I have and everything like that. So, but that's going to do it for me. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you wouldn't mind hitting the thumbs up, make sure that you are subscribed and your notifications are set to how you want to. YouTube is kind of changing everybody's preferences as far as whether you're subbed or how you are receiving my content. If you are new here, I want to say hi, hello. I thank you so much for clicking on my video. And thank you, Kyra, for a beautiful collab. Again, I am so excited to keep working with you and with these Shop My Stash videos. I hope to see everybody in the next video. Bye!